Okay, welcome back. We'll go with the next part of this chapter. So, my mother seemed to notice that I was not entirely convinced. She looked at me reprovingly, and after that, we spoke no more about it. Meanwhile, I had arrived at the station without having paid much attention to things on the way. I was walking in familiar places again for the first time since the war. But I did not want to go further than was necessary. I did not want to upset myself with the sight of streets and houses full of memories from a precious time. In the train back, I saw Mrs. Darling in front of me again, as I had the first time I met her. It was the morning after the day my mother had told me about her. I had got up late and coming downstairs, I saw my mother about to see someone out, a woman with a broad back. "This is my daughter," said my mother. She beckoned to me. The woman nodded and picked up the suitcase under the coat rack. She wore a brown coat and a shapeless hat. Does she live far away?" I asked, seeing the difficulty she had going out of the house with the heavy case. "In Marconi Street," said my mother. "Number 46, remember that." I had remembered it, but it had waited a long time to go there. Initially, after the liberation, I was absolutely not interested in all that stored stuff, and naturally, I was also rather afraid of it, afraid of being confronted with things that had belonged to a connection that no longer existed, which were hidden away in cupboards. So, with things that had belonged to a connection that no longer existed, which had hidden away in cupboards and boxes and waiting in vain until they were put back in their place again, which had endured all those years because they were things. But gradually everything became more normal again. Bread was getting to be a lighter color. There was a bed you could sleep in unthreatened, a room with a view you were more used to glancing at each day. And one day I noticed I was curious about all the possessions that must still be at that address. I wanted to see them, touch, remember. After my first visit in vain to Mrs. Darling's house, I decided to try a second time. Now a girl of about 15 opened the door to me. I asked her if her mother was at home. "No," she said, "my mother's doing an errand." "No matter," I said. "I'll wait for her." So, writer mother noticed that writer was not convinced, and she was looked at her mother critically. After that day, they never talked about the incident again. So, writer reached the station without noticing any details on the way. So, that was a flashback. Whatever we have heard, it's a flashback. So, she reached the station without noticing any details is a current. She passed the familiar things after the war for the first time. She did not want to upset herself with the familiar means known sights of houses and streets that she reminded her of all the precious times, the time that she has spent. Now, at the back time, she saw Mrs. Darling in person a day after her mother told her daughter about her. Now again she went to flashback. In the train, the back, she saw Mrs. Darling in front of her again. And again, she reminded the day when she first met her. Actually, that was a morning. She woke up late morning and she was going downstairs. She saw her, the lady with the broad back. Lady means same woman with a broad back. That means she was having a bag on her back. Her mother was seeing her out. Her mother introduced that lady to the writer. So she signaled to her that this woman responded with a nod. She was nodding. Okay. So the woman nodded and picked up the suitcase under the coat rack. She was wearing a brown coat and a shapeless hat. So the writer asked her mother if she lived far away. The mother told the address. No. She lived Marconi Street, number 46. And she told her to remember this, because later on, when she will get matured, she would go and take her things back. So the writer did the same. She remembered the address, but she took very long to visit that place. She got very late. After the freedom, when the freedom came after the war, writer was on one hand not interested. One side she was not interested, but on the other she was afraid. She was afraid of getting faced with the past memories. She was feared that once she would go, then after being afraid, confronted means face to face with the things that belong to a connection. So she would remind of the past memories, connections, which is now not exist now. It's not sustaining now. So connections were hidden in cupboards and boxes. All the connection, all the memories were with the cupboards and boxes. So it seemed that those memories were waiting in vain. They was waiting, they were in vain means no use. To put them back to their places that they had suffered all these years, because they were only things. And they were only things, so she does not want to remember, but she wanted to touch it. So things were getting normal in the writer's life. But one day, she decided, actually what happens, one day she was very interested about all the things. Those were in the address. She wanted to see them. She wanted to touch them. Right? And the bread that she used to have during breakfast, which was lighter color, now there was a bed you could sleep in unthreatened. So she was getting restless. She was not having getting rest. Sometimes the bread which was having light, it seemed heavy. She was not able to eat. She was not able to sleep. So the room with the view, the more used in Glanton East Jail. Now the same thing happened here. So what actually happened is, after the first hopeless, she decided to try once more time. So when she reached Mrs. Dowling's home, this time she found there's a girl of 15 years opened the door. Writer asked about her mother. She told her that she was outside doing some errands. So she means the girl of age 15. She said that my mother has gone outside for doing some extra work. So writer said no matter, she will wait for her. अब देखिए यहाँ पर बड़ी सिंपल सी बात है. उसकी माँ ने नोटिस किया कि राइटर अभी कन्विंस नहीं है. जो उसकी माँ ने बताया इसी बात से पूरी तरह से कन्विंस नहीं हुई है, और वो उनको थोड़ा शक की नजरों से देख रही है. उस दिन तो उन्होंने कुछ बात नहीं की. ये इतनी बात पास तक की वो याद करती है. यही हमें फ्लैशबैक में दिखाती है. अब यहाँ से प्रेजेंट आता है. प्रेजेंट में वो स्टेशन में पहुंचती है, सारी डिटेल्स को नोटिस करती है, उन चीजों को देखती हुई जाती है जो पुराने टाइम पे उसके टाइम पर था. वो अपने आप को अपसेट नहीं करना चाहती कि वही चीजें, उसी घर को, उन चीजों को, उन सड़कों को दोबारा से देखे. ठीक है, लेकिन वापस जब वो वापस फिर से सोचती है, क्योंकि मिसेस डॉर्लिंग को वो उसी ट्रेन में वापस पाती है, तो फिर से उन दिनों को याद करती है. फिर से फ्लैशबैक में जाती है कि कब वो मिसेस डॉर्लिंग से लास्ट टाइम मिली. वो सुबह उठती है, वो उस दिन को याद करती है, वो सुबह देरी से उठती है. नीचे डाउन स्टेयर जाती है तो वो देखती है कि एक लेडी है, उसका पीछे एक बैग है, वो भरा हुआ है. तो उसकी माँ जो उनको माने कि सी आउट करती है, तो फिर उनकी माँ जो है उस लेडी से उनको इंट्रोड्यूस कराती है. तो वो उनको कहती है ओके. तो वो रेस्पॉन्ड करती है नॉडिंग में, सिर्फ गर्दन हिलाती है. ओके बेटा. तो उस टाइम उन्होंने ब्राउन कोट और शेपलेस हैट पहना हुआ था. राइटर पूछती है कि वो ज्यादा दूर रहती है क्या, तो उन्होंने कहा नहीं. फिर वो एड्रेस बताती है 46 मार्किनी स्ट्रीट. कह रहे इसे याद रखना, और राइटर उसी को ही याद रखती है. लेकिन बहुत टाइम हो जाता है उसे उस जगह पर, मैंने कि ना जाए वो, मैंने कि वहां पर जाते हुए बहुत टाइम हो जाता है. फ्रीडम के बाद, फ्रीडम जब हो जाता है, आई मीन आफ्टर द वर्ल्ड वॉर, जब फ्रीडम हो जाता है, तो एक तरफ तो वो इंटरेस्टेड नहीं होती है, दूसरी तरफ वो डरती है कि आमना सामना होगा उन यादों से, उन चीजों से वो पुरानी चीज हाथ में आएंगी तो फिर वही माँ की यादें, वही कबर्ड, वही बॉक्सेस, सब चीज उसी में ही यादें, कनेक्शन उन्हीं के साथ जुड़ा हुआ है। उसे ऐसा लग रहा है कि वो सारी यादें सब बेकार हो जाएंगी अगर वो वापस से अपनी इन चीजों को लेके आती है। ठीक है, क्योंकि अब वो चीजें सिर्फ चीजें ही रह गई हैं, लेकिन धीरे धीरे चीजें वो नॉर्मल होती गई। पहले तो उसका ये डर था, लेकिन पहले ब्रेड काफी भारी था, वो लाइट होने लगा। बेड जो था उसके लिए अनसर्टेन होने लगा। ठीक है, पहले जो डर लगता था अब डर नहीं लगता था। तो पहले वो डर रही थी मैं चीजों को वापस लाऊं ना लाऊं, लाऊं ना लाऊं, लेकिन अब धीरे धीरे नॉर्मल होता जा रहा था। वो उन्हें छूना चाहती थी, उन चीजों को देखना चाहती थी। पहले तो वो पहली विजिट जब उनकी बेकार चली गई तो अब उसने डिसाइड किया मैं दोबारा जाऊंगी। अब वो दोबारा जाती है तो वहां पर जैसी डोर नॉक करती है तो 15 एक गर्ल अराउंड एज 15 है उसकी, वो डोर ओपन करती है, उनसे पूछती है आपकी माँ कहाँ है। बोलते कि वो जो है कहीं घूमने गई, डूइंग एन एरेंड, मतलब किसी का जरूरी काम से गई। तो ठीक है कोई बात नहीं, मैं उनके इंतजार करूंगा। और ये कहते हुए घर के अंदर एंट्री कर। थैंक यू, वेट फॉर द नेक्स्ट।